One of the most frequently asked questions I get from people is they say, Farid, why did you move to Dubai and what do you think of it? Should I maybe move myself as well to Dubai? Is it the right timing? What are the real benefits and the cons of living in a city like this? People think I went for the taxes here to Dubai. That is actually not even one of the main reasons. There's so many reasons why I'm actually staying in this place, right? There's like so many other places you can go and not pay a bunch of taxes. So about me, my name is Farid. I'm 27 years old, born and raised in the Netherlands. Had an awesome time. Went to school, I graduated, had the whole normal route until 5 years ago. I decided to step into business, and ever since then we did over 20 million in revenue, which is quite awesome to be honest. And it's still counting, by the way. So let me first start with, for example, why Dubai, right? First, why Dubai, right? So I'm gonna be intersecting this whole video about the pros and cons. Second of all, of course, the benefits, right? And the third of all, the cons, right? What are the downsides of the city if you actually want to live here? And fourth of all, one of the most asked questions as well is like, when should I move? You know, when should I move to Dubai? So I'm sorry if you can't read that properly, but you get the point, right? So first of all, why Dubai? Well, there's a lot of pros and cons about this city. There's a lot of reasons why you should maybe go to another city. Maybe go to Miami, maybe go to New York or to any other country in the world. But for me, to be honest, why do I like the city so much? First of all, of course, obviously, the benefit you have is the taxes, right? Well, this is not even the main reason anymore, because when I moved here 3 years ago, you had 0% taxes on everything. So on your personal income, on your business income, 0% everything. But now, since this year, you have to pay 9% in taxes on your profit, right? Then you're like, yo, I moved from that city to not pay any tax anymore and I still pay tax here. Why should I even move there, right? Those will be like one of the main questions probably. Well, still 9% is way less and way less than most countries in the world, which are as well awesome. Because for example, like in Netherlands, I was paying like up to 40-50% in taxes. Norway, Sweden, any other countries, it's always above 20 or 30%. So 9% is still quite low if you ask me, but yeah, we still pay taxes. So then there's the next thing. If you pay taxes, why do you actually still live there? Because people think I only moved here to not pay tax anymore, right? So that comes well directly to the next thing, which is for me one of the most important reasons. And I'm going to give you a very nice analogy about what happened to me in 2020, which had a very big impact on me and why I decided as well to live here, is for the network, as corny as it sounds, right? But hear me out. In 2020, when I just came to Dubai for the first time for a vacation with my brother together, me and my brother, we do everything together, by the way, you know. I always say, like, me and my brother, the only two things, like, we share everything in life. The only two things we don't share is our underwear and women. So, a little bit, you know, like Andrew Tate vibes, but I mean, it's true for us as well, you know. But why it's so important? I remember in 2020, I was doing with my e-com stores about like 20K a day, you can say. It was all going quite well. We were projecting to like millions and millions in the upcoming year. We went to Dubai to just like see how it is there, you know. And I was thinking to move there, but I wasn't really sure about it, you know. Because to be honest, for me, like the hardest thing ever always was like to kind of go away from my family, because if my family wants to come and visit me, they have to go on a 7-hour flight. That's not very fun, to be honest, you know, especially for my parents, you know. So, but the networking part is that basically in 2020, it was all going well, 20K a day in revenue, I was crushing it together with my brother, and suddenly, a few days after I was in Dubai, my whole business just fall apart. So what's happening, I do e-commerce, right? So we were advertising on Facebook. And suddenly Facebook started banning all of our accounts. All the accounts are getting banned. I'm applying it. I'm not getting it back for some reason, for policy violations. I wasn't doing anything crazy, just selling random fashion products, right? And then, yeah, what happened is that like I was like, yo, how can I fix this? I knew nobody. I was low-key on social media. I barely had any friends. My network was very small. I had no access to solutions or information that I needed in order to go further, right? So what is the next thing you're gonna do? You need to talk with people or find online for shit. Now, if you're gonna go to Google, bro, you can Google a very long time to find solutions, right? I was trying some shit, I couldn't figure it out. So then I had a friend that I knew here in Dubai, and we went to a dinner, and then randomly he brought like some other people. One of the guys that came there, like we were chatting, I was giving him value, he was giving me value. And then I told him like, bro, like we were like scaling 20K a day in revenue, good profits every single day, like 3, 4K, 5K profits. But now Facebook bans everywhere. Like, we're like really stressed out right now. We don't know what to do. He said, oh, bro, chill. What are you even like crying about, you know? Bro, go to this website, buy this, arrange this, put this system in place. He literally gave me an A to Z blueprint, and even on WhatsApp, he helped me go further. I didn't give him anything. He did it for free, you know, because he probably liked me. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. We try everything out. Bro, literally within a few days, we're back into the game, and within a week, right, we are back into 20K a day in revenue. Our business is alive again. And this would have never happened in my life if I was still in my own bedroom at my parents' place, looking at the window, going back to a laptop and working, drinking some cola, whatever. It would have just never happened, right? It's because I put myself in a position where the moves came from. Good moves only come from good positions. So you have to position yourself in a way that even if fucked up shit can happen or will happen, you can solve it very quickly, right? So this was a very big thing for me. And that's when I understood what a big city has to offer. That's when I understood what being around other like-minded entrepreneurs, or even people who are further than you, can offer you. I was never reading any books before that. I'm not like a book guy. I didn't know anything about network, about masterminding. I hated even giving value to people at that point because I was like, why would I share my golden nuggets I've been working so hard for me all my life, right? Why would I share that to people? But once you understand the art of living is not just taking, but it's giving, right? And when Alex Hormozi said the quote, give, 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 take. Give, 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 take. When I understood that, my whole life changed. And it changed because that's the moment you understood is that if you want to build real relationships, in the end, all of us entrepreneurs were looking for new information to scale and go hard in life as soon as possible in any possible way. Not only in money, but also in health, wealth, love, happiness, and status. Okay, the 5 pillars of life. I understood that, you know, so I understood as well that the more I give to people, the more I would get back. So imagine you're gonna give very valuable information, extra advice to 10 different people, and 8 of them, and they all take it, and they make money from it. And you will see that most people, they will not give you anything back, right? And then you will probably be like heartbroken or disappointed. I'm not ever gonna give anybody value again. But listen, the 2 people, they will come back to you and they will give you even more information, even more value that you even gave them as well back. Because why? They appreciate you and they see value in you. They see a long-term relationship in you, right? That's why for me, my relationships are very important. I check up on them, I talk with them, I try to help them. I don't just say to them, hey, how can I help you? Right? That is like a stupid question. If you want to really help somebody, you have to just talk with him, for example, about his business. Hey, how is it going? What revenue are you doing? Why are you doing that or you're that? Hey, bro, why don't you just try, for example, Facebook ads? I have a buddy, he's doing like TikTok ads only. I told him, bro, go into Facebook ads. You will like 10x your business directly within a few months. And he did, he utilized my strategies and he didn't 10x, he's 7x actually, which is still very fine because he went from like 100K a month to 700K a month, right? It's still very good. And then he gave me like crazy amount of golden nuggets as well, like back to me. So, and that's how it goes, and that's how we grow really quickly. So this part is very important because when you're just like in your bedroom all the time, it's hard to find and reach out to these people. But to be honest, lucky for you, back then I was never in any masterminds, I wasn't in any mentorships because I fucking disgusted all the gurus because I was always like, bro, they're making this fucking 7-day challenge on how you can grow your business or scale your store from 0 to 100K in a month. Well, oh, why? Why are you showing all of this? You can just as well like, instead of showing all of this, you can just do it yourself or put your time actually in a business. But now I understood why people were doing it because people were making as well these videos to be more visible online, to as well have more relationships as well in business and in life in order to scale their business even further. That's also one of the reasons why I'm on YouTube, right? People think I'm just here on YouTube because I'm running an education business. That is one of the biggest bullshits ever, right? One of the biggest reasons why I'm pushing all this personal brand and content as well so hard, and I would recommend to you to do it as well, and it doesn't matter like what business you're doing, is so you're more visible online, you build better relationships, you get access to more information people don't have. Because business is just a game of information. Somebody who has information of XYZ, the other person doesn't, you have a competitive edge. Very simple, right? If you have, for example, right, the right information and you have a very nice supplier who is giving you crazy credit lines of like 100K or 300K every single month, and your competitor, he doesn't, It basically means that you can scale 100 to 300K harder in costs and then later on more revenue every single month, right? These are competitive edges. You build this with relationships, and being visible online helps a lot. I'm a very good example of it, right? So network, this is fucking important, right? And the next thing actually as well, what I want to talk about is environment, right? Because I know a lot of people that sign up for the residence in Dubai, they stay there only like for a few months a year, they check in a few times a year and they go, right? They don't stay here. Well, for me, I actually do enjoy staying here. Why do I enjoy staying here? Well, first of all, I like to be around fucking sharks. I like to be challenged. What is the number one thing that really fulfills a man? And let me tell you already, it's not money, right? It's not wealth. It is winning, right? And growing every fucking day, right? That's what's really on our mind. And it's conquering. Think about Genghis Khan. Think about Alexander the Big, whatever. It's about conquering. Now, how can you conquer? It can only be if you get to be the best version of yourself, right? Which is again, in health, wealth, love, happiness, and status, in all of these 5. So for me, to wake up every morning at 6 a.m., to be fasting every day till like 2, 3 p.m., only drink water and coffee, espressos, go for like a run, or go to the gym, and then just pretty much, besides that, work the whole day, you know, and just try to scale my business to even higher heights. That is the only thing that I've done from everything in life that really excites me to wake up every single day and just to get back to work. And not only to just get back to work, but to also feel most fulfilled, right? That's why you see always billionaires, for example, when they exit or when they get very old and they retire, is the moment they die the fastest. You can look it up. They die the fastest. It's true. Because why? They don't have a goal anymore in life. They're bored. Now you might say, all right, but what does the environment here in Dubai have to do with it? When I wake up and I go downstairs here, like in the place I'm staying, you know, as you can see, I have quite a nice view. I know it. And I got this apartment. It's quite expensive, right? I got it on purpose. Why? Because I wanted to challenge myself. For me, to be honest, it was like a little bit higher than the budget I was looking for to pay every single month. But I still did it because I wanted to put myself in more risk. I wanted to put myself as well with my back against the wall to test myself out. When you're winning a lot all the time in life, right, what happens is you get like comfortable. You think everything is going to go good. So what do I do to break that barrier and go to the next level, which you can only go when you have like more pain and shit in life? I just put myself back against the wall. I do it on purpose, you know? I need something to fire me up, right? And the only person who can really do that is yourself, you know? So here I go, for example, downstairs. I see a guy, fit, right? Ripped, rich, rare. He wears a Richard Mille, whatever. Even you can see nice woman with him. And then you go outside, very awesome places, big buildings, Raris, Lambos, whatever, yachts. Like even here, look, from where I'm living. Look at this. You see this? This is my view in my apartment. Every single day, there's yachts there. Now it's like summer in Dubai, so you don't see the yachts here because it's too hot right now. But normally, 24/7, right, you see yachts here in Dubai. Now, you might say, but Farouk, I don't care about all these realistic things, right? Why would it even have an impact on me? Well, believe me, I don't care who you are, right? I don't care if you're materialistic or not. I'm not materialistic at all. I'm just wearing a random Under Armour shirt as well. Unconsciously, it fires you up. It fires you up to go even harder. If you're constantly in an environment where people are like challenging themselves and against each other in a positive way, then if you stay behind, that is the worst feeling ever. Worst feeling ever. That's why when I moved here 6 months ago, I was in a way lower level than I'm right now in all areas of life. I talked about this earlier as well in one of my videos. This whole city, it feels like one big fight. It feels like as if there's a big cage here in this whole city and there's just lions and sharks fighting every single day against each other. And I'm fucking one of them, right? Because everybody just wants to win here, right? And the thing is, yes, it has its downside. You meet a lot of unethical people. You meet a lot of people who will do anything to just like rip you and tear you apart. But listen, what do you want in life? If you want to become exceptional like me in life as well, right? If that's your goal and you want to get the most out of yourself, I think this is the perfect place to be honest. You get tested every single day. When you go outside, you take the taxi, right? If the guy tries to like scam you, right? You're sharp. right? It's like an example. You know, when I just came here, the taxis, I got scammed all the time. I was like, what the fuck is this? You know, I would fight with them. The next time I would understand it won't happen anymore. People would come with like weird ass business ideas to me, try to scam me. Bro, it happens all the time. And it's not because it's Dubai, but it's because it's a big city which has a lot of like luxury, right? And right, of course, I put here the benefits and cons, and I'm just talking here about the benefits and cons. And you gotta understand as well, if you go to Miami, New York, or whatever, any kind of like big city where like luxury plays a really big part, you're gonna have that as well. You're gonna have this as well, right? And for me, like because I'm Muslim and I'm in the Middle East right now, it's also easier for me to stay in this country, you know? I prefer it, like everything is halal, the food, whatever. So I love that, one of the benefits, you know? So I would say like that is like one of the biggest reasons, right? It helps a lot because I notice every single time when I go back to the Netherlands, I just go to see my family, to be honest. I don't care about anything else there. I love Netherlands, it's a great country. I'm born and raised there, graduated university. I had all my jobs there, from pizza delivery guy to like getting fired from the Burger King, everything. I had an awesome time there, but the benefits that this city just has to offer is just so much more worth it to just stay here, to be honest, you know? And I'm not trying to sell you on anything in terms of like, here, go to Dubai or immigrating. I'm just explaining you my situation from what I've experienced from being here for 3 years as an entrepreneur. The network office and environment, they come a little bit hand in hand, but that's just literally what I'm seeing, right? If I can talk about the cons, I mean, look, doesn't matter if you're single or you're married or whatever. There's like a lot of gold diggers here, a bunch, right? Which you have in any luxury city in the world. You just gotta know how to deal with it, right? You get tested every single time. You can't be comfortable here. I hear it all the time from my friends, right? When they are in some other countries, also for myself, I get too comfortable. When I'm in the Netherlands, for example, my business never scales higher. It's always at the same point or it even stagnates. Why? Because I'm less hungry. All these small things that you see the whole day here, all the luxury, all the crazy shit, even though I don't even own myself a car, for example, and I see a Lambo, unconsciously you get like inspired. Even though you're like, bro, I don't care about the Lambo, it will still happen, right? You will still get unconsciously inspired by it in a way that will drive you to go even harder. At least that's what I have. But this is only the case if you really know how to manage and control your emotions and as well what you really want in life. I know what I really want in life, right? I really know it. So for me, it's kind of like, yo, it's okay. So the dangers are women in this country, right? If you know how to deal with it, yeah, for me, I know how to deal with it, to be honest. But then you're fine, right? So benefits, the cons. The most important thing is, when do I go to Dubai? Okay, so let's start first with myself. I went to Dubai when I had around like 400K in my bank account, something like that. I was doing like 15 to 20K a day in revenue every single day back then. Sometimes even higher, it depends, you know. That's business, right? So, but I would say for most people, if you're making at least 30K net a month, then come here. Don't come here if you're making 5 to 7 or 8K a month. Anything less than 10K a month as well, don't come here, because you want to feel the quality of life here, right? You want to really feel the quality of life. And that's going to be really hard if you are like fighting against all of it, right? If I can live in all of these nice apartments here in Dubai, I wouldn't even live here, right? Either come here if you can live a good quality of life, you can skill even harder and take risks, or don't come here at all, to be honest, you know? Go for another place, like for example, a Bali, right? One thing, for example, why I really think Bali is interesting, even though I've never been here, is because of an analogy I heard one of my friends say a few days ago. Because he's like a multi-millionaire, he makes like 500K profit a month with his businesses. Like I asked him, why do you even live in Bali? Why don't you move to Dubai? You're Muslim as well. You have all the means to live a great life in Dubai. Why don't you live there, you know? And then he said, like, Faruk, listen, I like Bali. It's so chill. It's nice. He said, but you got to understand one thing about the difference between Bali and Dubai. In Dubai, for example, in terms of networking, if you want to connect really with a big guy, right, who's doing big numbers, who you can learn a lot from, and in value and whatever, you got to have some sort of social proof or some sort of lifestyle. You got to have a crazy business, or for example, you got to have a lot of watches, a crazy car, or through crazy referrals. It's hard to like randomly meet them. You don't really get in those circles easily. It's hard, believe me. So, and even if you would meet them, they're not always like kind of open to really talk. While on the other side, if you go to Bali, Bali is for a lot of these rich people right? There's a lot of young entrepreneurs there, digital nomads, whatever. But there's also very big rich people that are only coming there for, let's say, vacations, right? Like the most people who live there in Bali, they make maybe 5 to 10K a month, let's say. There's like only a small percentage of people who are really rich, who really just generally like Bali. I have a few friends of them. They just like it more, you know. I don't know how, but it does. But those rich people, they come to Bali as a vacation retreat. And if you go, for example, to one of these gyms, there's like a famous one I heard about, the name is Body Factory. You go into the sauna, you can just randomly meet a crazy guy who has like a 50 or 100 M net worth, somebody who's maybe doing 100K a day with his business, and you can just literally connect with them. So in Dubai, while you have to go all the pain, blood, sweat and tears in order to grow, get all these cars, crazy social proof with your business, and then all this shit in order to network with these better people, in Bali, you can literally just take the elevator. And that really opened my eyes, right? I would say that is one of the pros of like Bali, let's say, for example. If it's a con for Dubai, probably, you know, but yeah, I'm still here. So yeah, take that in mind, you know, because as I said, I'm not here to tell you go to Dubai, do your own thing. For me, it was really the best decision ever, in honesty, you know. So yeah, 30K a month net profit. I would then go to Dubai, have a proper business. It doesn't matter what. Then it will be interesting to go. Otherwise, don't even think about it, to be honest. Like really. If you come here, have a proper life, work hard on your business and shit, and then you will be totally fine. If you still have any questions about Dubai or you name it, bro, like just send me a message on IG at ecomlegend and we'll chat. Peace out.